what it is. It's what it is. Amazing abilities y'all have. Amazing abilities y'all have. You're unmasking the tater salad nicely. That's what it is. You got me. You got the tater salad. Having so much fun with this shit. It's just what it is. So you gotta keep in mind, I mean, we do have private lives. Some of us anyway, hell. Some of us are like sunshine across the planet now. And I can't do anything about that. That's why I wait for you to say it first. Woohoo! That's why I wait for you to say it first. It works out better that way. It works out better that way. Because, I mean, yes, that's what you run into. You're talking about a paranormal INFJ. Well, we do paranormal shit. However, you energy readers, energy never lies. And that's the problem that they have with the tarot community, is they've been living in an illusion full of lies. They don't know what to believe anymore. And that's fine. That's fine. However, yes, you're talking about the Aries, Mercury, Venus energy. That is the God's morning star energy. That is God's secret weapon. That is the energy that is activating the three fates and karma tenfold in the collective. I can't do anything about that. And you're right, it's going from, shout out to Chicago, it is. It's going from macro level down to the micro level. Shit rolls downhill. That's what it is. I mean, you're talking about probationary employees with the Department of Homeland Security, upset because they didn't make it. Well, I mean, that's what it is. It is the Department of Homeland Security. Are they getting stronger? Are they getting better people in there? Because right after that in the algorithm was, Chicago has called out Abbott in Trashbox, Texas 3 or 4 times in the past month. Okay, well, it comes right underneath the Fed news. Lies, straight from Trashbox, Texas. Okay, cool. That means the divination reader was on point. Cool. I posted that in the community page and on Facebook. That's what it is. Kudos to the young lady who was able to pinpoint by name Trashbox, Texas from Chicago. Hey, look at that. That's what it is. No, you're right. They came up against something that they didn't expect, that they didn't understand. What is the positive of that? They showed you what not to do. Do the opposite of what they did, and you'll probably get tenfold Dharma results instead of tenfold karma results. That's what it is. I mean, Angel Therapy said, I can't change my birth chart. That's the problem. Is they're going by appearance. They're looking at. They hear words like shapeshifter, and they don't understand that a spiritual shapeshifter embodies the energy of all of them. It's a mirror. Why, when they see me on YouTube, they can't figure out what the hell they're looking at because they're not looking at themselves when they're 64 feet away from me. That's what I'm saying. When you come across the YouTube personality, well, now you're getting the authentic nature of the thing. It's what it is. You don't get to be yourself around these people. You're a mirror to them, naturally, unconsciously. The INFJ is known as the consciously unconscious human. Right? The chameleon. Is it me that you really see? No, they see themselves. Right? You take the Bodhisattva vow, then you see yourself in everyone and in everything. It's energy. Energy is energy. So when you take that energy and you transform it, and you're right, I mean, basically all they did was ascend the Reiki master. Great, so now you have an ascended fire and water master walking around on Earth, able to bend air with Reiki. Simple enough. It's all your elements. Right? What is the problem that they have in that situation? Well, the Cancer is in Mars. Mars represents iron. Okay, cool. That's iron chariot that they're trying. That's iron chariot energy that they're trying to go up against. You ever heard them say, stay in your lane? Yes, they got in the way of the divine and got run over. Right? And you're right. They can't sleep at night. I sleep like a baby. I had to change my schedule up because of them siphoning energy, doing the mirror magic. That's what it is. They do the opposite of what I do. But when you talk about these things and people are unaware of them, they're unaware of both sides. They don't know anything about light or dark magic. That's what it is. The magnetic attraction and repulsion. Okay, cool. Me activating a crystalline diamond white aura, I attract both sides of the situation. Where is the folly in that? Both sides are full of ego. Right? A divine union is a union with the divine. The one thing they tried to stop was the Leo rising phoenix from the ashes going into Saturn. My Leo rising is in Saturn. It's the boss. That's the Most High. Cool. So that basically means they went up against Saturn. Saturn teaches lessons. Looks like they're all learning their lesson, doesn't it? That's what it is. You got to think. The Aries energy, okay, that's the Emperor and the Fool. Cool. Mine's a Mercury and Venus. So that's the Emperor and the Fool, and God protects the Fool. Right? Leo rising to the Most High in Saturn. Okay, not only does God protect the Fool, but my Leo rising is the boss. That's what it is. That's why it's destined, written in the stars, to have your own business, to be the boss. Okay, great. Does that make me hard to manage? You ever tried to manage the boss? The fuck's wrong with you? Now we're getting our downloads straight from the divine. And yes, it does. It has people in a panic. They tried to unalive a divine being. Okay, great. How'd that work out for them? Now that shit's going back on them tenfold in divine intervention fashions? I can't do anything about that. I bet they are scared. Who knows? They told you Pisces ancestors don't play. And yes, if you're dealing with a Leo rising Phoenix to Saturn, those are the boss Phoenix. That's boss fire. That's boss sunshine. Oh, and they're happy to do it. They're happy to fight your battles for you, Pisces. They're happy to. Pisces ancestors don't play. They came from the sun. That's them trying to fight Saturn combined with the sun. That's what it is. On an energetic level, they can't figure out why the hell everything's going wrong for them. Well, I mean, it's not like you didn't tell them. However, no, the three fates that are all through the cards right now. Okay, cool. Look up what the three fates are. Do your research. Those are the daughters of Ra. That's what it is. You're talking about breaking down people's belief systems. It's not even so much of a belief system. They never were aware of it. It was hidden knowledge for a reason. Great. Well, now that you're saying it, well, okay, cool. Did you hear what she said about me? It flipped the script on them. That's what it is. Did you hear what this young lady said about me? Did you hear what they're saying about Pisces? That way it takes the devil's lies out of the equation. You can edify. Look at this beautiful energy reader and her amazing skills. She wasn't bribed. She wasn't coerced. She doesn't have a clue how it all fits together. She's reading one side of the story, and then you just fit that puzzle piece in with the rest of the beautiful picture. Simple. That's what it is. Everything is playing out in divine right time. They tried to hide the sun. They tried to cover up the upgrades because they wanted to take the power away from the people. Okay, the intentions were pure and of a divine nature, so the divine is unmasking that shit. It's simple enough. It's simple enough. Now people are going to start redirecting their alliances. Well, it's easy to spot. They're doing the exact opposite, trying to make the opposition appear divine. Okay, great. How does that work? How does that work? They're trying to make the devil look like God. Okay, great. Amazing. Amazing how that works. Right? And you're right. They only care about money. They're trying to make devil energy look divine. It's that simple. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you that's not going to work. It's what it is. And it's polarity. It's absolute polarity. Right? What is the difference in that? One is protected by the divine and the other is not. So it's why you have that energy of Pisces giving 2 middle fingers, not today, Satan, giving 2 middle fingers to the devil and ascending out of the 3D, good and bad. The 3D is run by the opposition. You can't, and the devil does good, the devil does bad. Cool, you only have that in a 3D dimension. Good and bad only exists in the 3D. Once you transcend in divine, 4th dimension, time and space. Once you transcend out of time and space, you put your time into something else and you remove your energy from that space of good and bad. Right? Oh, look at this. Unconditional love, la la la. Walking around like Snow White, la 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 la. Nothing's good, nothing's bad. It's the middle way, la 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 la. Right? Are you still going to have people think that's an easy target? Yes. The divine uses that energy as bait. They're testing their souls. They're testing their energy. It's not like they didn't tell you. That's what it is. And yet, have we made mistakes? Absolutely. We had to deal with people in a backwards society. That's the biggest problem when you're dealing with unhealed people. You got to do one unhealed thing right after the other, right after the other, right after the other, till you decide that, man, I don't want to fit in to a toxic, unhealed, backwards society. And then people have to look at themselves. Oh, well, am I toxic? Am I unhealed? Am I backwards in society? Well, yeah, there's your 3 fates. That's what it is. And now it's being amplified tenfold. I bet they are mad. I bet it does hurt to hear that. I bet they are having issues. I bet their lives are falling apart. I can't do anything about that. I didn't gamble with their souls. They did. That's what makes you the soul gambler. Don't gamble with your own soul. You let them gamble with theirs. It's not like you didn't tell them. And you're right. I mean, you're talking about a bunch of superficial people, and it's what it is. You girls already pinpointed it. You know, if you spend hours in the mirror falling in love with the way you look because of your makeup, that was the test the angels put you in when they beautified women and took them as wives. Your fallen angels, they love narcissists. It's what it is. It's a balanced situation. They also gave you metal to destroy each other with. Well, not much has changed. Not much has changed. I'm telling you, that accident last night, that was the most paranormal INFJ thing yet. Recently, I can remember flipping a vehicle on Highway 20 on Halloween. Oh, we've got a Scorpio death energy that is stalking Pisces. Pisces has spiritual protection. I can remember that state trooper looking at me with this very peculiar look on his face. And a very, very peculiar look on his face. Why did he have such a peculiar look on his face? He said it. He told me. I flipped a car in the middle of Highway 20, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Flipped it multiple times. And he said, "Is someone still in the car?" I said, "No." And he looked at me and said, "How did you get out?" I said, "I broke the window. I climbed right out." "Are you okay?" "Well, yeah. Am I not supposed to be?" The dude was shocked. That's what it is. And we have a situation last night where there is a car beelining towards me in the wrong lane. And what does unaware do? She pulls right up in front of him. Stopped him head on. Right after 38 minutes prior, I make a comment on my channel about, not caring about people in this devil energy and this competition energy. And the main reason I didn't care is I want to see my spiritual protection work in real time. What do I see? Some chick take one for the team for a change. It's just what it is. I mean, expect more of it. We've been talking about that's divine intervention at its finest. Not paying attention and pulling up in front of the car that was heading straight towards me. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can tell you. I can make a video about it. I can show you how this paranormal shit is a constant factor in my life and has been. Happens all the time. That's what it is. And you have tarot readers picking up the energy, which is why I follow tarot so much and have for years. So what do you got? You got to keep in mind, they keep wanting the earth. They keep trying to erase the earth angel's memory. What? That I spent 17 days over human trafficking in a hospital because no one could believe that shit? I bet they believe they don't have any water that represents emotion in their state right now. What it is. We came here to bring healing. We're awakening. We were born here just like everyone else, and now we're waking up to our past life memories that are embedded in our DNA through DNA activations. Okay, great. Now you got alien DNA. Oh my God, it's an alien. Whatever happened to it being a magical, mystical INFJ unicorn inside of a Pisces INFJ? It's just what it is. It's just what it is. I can't be responsible. I mean, you ladies are saying it. That's going to be the next challenge. Is now when everybody's, in a state of karmic retribution, in regret, experiencing tenfold, because what do they say? Touch not my anointed, harm not my prophets, whatever. I don't get into the whole religious aspect of it. It's energy. Energy is energy, right? Now that everyone is concerned after the fact, and they're not concerned that they tried to do that to an individual. They're concerned that it backfired on them and everyone involved on an energetic level. I do energy work. I'm an energy master. That's what it is. They attacked the Reiki master, the Universal Life Force Energy Master, and it did what? It ascended the Fire and Water Master. So now they have an ascended Fire and Water Master on the planet. That's what it is. And I talk to you like you're stupid, because if you can't process that shit, you are. If you're still coming up against that and getting tenfold backlash, you're tenfold stupid. That's what it is. Can't do anything about that. Make sure no one else does the dumb shit they did? Okay, I can do that. God protects the fool. Fucking simple enough. That's what it is. I'm waking up to this shit just like everybody else. Can I change my birth chart? No. Did they try to take advantage of it and suck off of it and da-da-da-da-da? Well, yeah. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't try to take that destiny for their own? Fucking devil. People in devil energy. Cool. Guess who got cut out? Guess who got removed? Guess who got removed from that situation? Instantly. Well, you got to identify them first. You got to know who not to allow. That's what it is. However, your biggest enemy or nemesis is the key to your success. Okay, great. Look how bad they're failing. I'm so glad they failed. I'm so glad they stepped up to the plate and failed miserably. Aww. It's what it is. It's what it is. And you ladies are right. They have done it before. They are used to it working. What is the difference now? What's the difference now? They picked one that had a past life in another dimension. It's not a normal situation for them. It's not their regular bind, torture, and unalive target. It's not the normal. It's just not the normal form. And now what's happening? Them and everyone involved is getting that energy returned to them tenfold. Their blessing is the three fates. My blessings come in threes: angels, archangels, and I'm an ascended master. I have to protect the angels and the archangels as an angelic Reiki master and ascend as a fire and water sign. Okay, cool, done. Did that. What they tried to stop, we already did. Look at that. Yay! I'm having fun with it. Do I think it's funny? Absolutely. The devil failed. I think that shit's hilarious. And took a whole bunch of humans with him. A whole bunch more funny. That's what it is. He who laughs last laughs the hardest. Hey, yay! The devil failed. Yay! That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I told you so. It's what it is. When you've got tarot readers who tell you, and are they going to continue to try? Absolutely. They're going to continue everything they can to try to not accept responsibility for the shit that they did. Cool, I've accepted responsibility for dealing with half-wits in a backward society toxic as fuck my entire life. So sooner or later, that shit gets old. Sooner or later, that shit just gets old. You don't want to be around toxic as fuck, unhealthy people in a backward society. You don't want to be part of that no more. Nope, sir. Do I think it's funny? Absolutely. I think this shit is hilarious. Right? And the readers told you whatever shenanigans they did on the backside, you know, with cash that was in Pisces' name. Okay, cool. What Pisces? What Pisces did they pay? Did they pay? People sold their souls to the devil against an earth angel based on whatever kind of bullshit they came up with. And you have an opposition. You have readers that took bribes. Cool, look at them. They're covered in makeup. They have an image to uphold. And they're telling the exact opposite of the truth. That there's no light around them. They have to use technology. They have to use technology and inorganic means. That's what it is. AI ignorance is what it is. Right? And it's designed that way. That's what they were supposed to do. It's not like it's that big of a deal. It's what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to do that. It was in their contract. It was in their soul's contract. Right? And that's always the first key that I look for. They're waiting for a savior. They're looking outside of themselves when the entire universe is inside of you. Right? They were waiting for someone to come and save them. And hey, look here, the devil just popped right in, gave them a good old bribe. And then they're basically telling they are cursing themselves and everyone involved. Do they see it yet? Hell no. It didn't take 17 days for New Mexico to run out of water. It didn't take 17 days for the Department of Homeland Security to be sacrificed. It didn't take 17 days. No, every time they're birthing evil. Okay, cool, that shit takes at least 9 months. They won't start seeing the effects of tenfold karma completion from the actions of whatever choices they made. It's just they're birthing a baby. They're birthing an evil outcome. Cool. Then that's the thing is, whatever action we take today, we should be waiting about 9 months to see that shit come to fruition. Like a little demon baby that you created. it is. Right? It certainly took me more than 9 months to have a death and a rebirth. Right? For me to clear all of these karmic contracts, break all of these generational curses, and get away from the Catholic Church's function of Saint Martha the Dominator. That's the entity that is in your cards that went back on everyone. Right? It taught the Earth Angel a very valuable lesson on how to protect themselves spiritually. That's what it is. You've got the energy all in the cards. Yeah, they wanted Pisces to seem crazy. Pisces did a lot of esoteric practices that they don't tell you about. Okay, what's the positive in that? I can send you to the class. Number one, he's crazy. About what part? Well, that part. Yeah, there's a class for that. And do you have the class? No. Cool. That means you have no class. You have no class. That's what it is. It's not a matter of, oh, we're better than that person. No. They just have no class. They have no education. They're not educated in the subject. That's what it is. Has nothing to do with one-upping anyone. Has nothing to do with being better. I'm sorry. If you go to school to be a car mechanic and you're the best in your class as a car mechanic, and then your brother or your sister goes to school to be a heart surgeon, and they are the best in their class as a heart surgeon. You're not going to let the heart surgeon work on your car, and you're not going to let the mechanic do open heart surgery. Doesn't make anyone any better than anyone else. It just makes a car mechanic not a heart surgeon, and it makes the heart surgeon not a fucking car mechanic. Simple enough. You ladies are doing a beautiful job. That's what it is. And you're right. Pisces has the rare ability to walk between the worlds. Cool. Everyone, only you can judge you. Right? My reviews are taking people through their life review. Right? They come into Pisces energy, they feel a sense of relief, they feel a sense of the energy, and then they go back to doing the same toxic shit and talk shit. Cool, I got client patient confidentiality, and they go out and talk shit. When you go and you sit down, there is a class in human services and substance abuse counseling called CYA, which means cover your ass, because people will come. We're the empath that they come and unload their deepest, darkest, most horrible stories. You show them compassion and understanding, and then you don't let them fuck you, basically. Oh, I've been rejected. I thought he loved me. Cut that shit out from the beginning. That's what it is. And I had to learn real quick. You start dating someone, they want to see what you do, you refer them to someone else. That's what it is. Don't mix business with pleasure with these people. That's what it is. Because they reveal, you ask them the questions that no one else has ever asked them, and then they feel a certain way. That's what it is. And you can't build from that. They now have a stigma. They now have a stigma within them because they had to answer your question. They wanted to see what you do after you have already built a relationship, and then they reveal to you shit that they've never told anybody, and then feel fucked up about it. Yeah, it works every time. The three little words with a tarot reader or a human lie detector or someone in divination, the three little words that ruin a relationship faster than anything else is not I love you, it's touch my cards. As soon as that person touches your cards, then you have now opened yourself up to that individual. You have now showed them just exactly what you're capable of. And what does it create? Fear. They walk on eggshells the rest of the time. Because why? What does a human lie detector deflect? What do they trigger? Demons, things that are full of shit. That's what it is. You can't do anything about that. And now it is all coming to the surface because they were in front of a mirror. The INFJ is known as a mirror. Now you've, she said earlier for the Leo rising read, she was like, these are light beings. These dark witches don't understand. There's not one Disney movie that the dark witch ever defeated the light being. I thought, fucking, if you take that shit down to a Disney level, that's what it is. That's interesting that you say that, considering most of Disney had some of the most darkest hidden agendas in there. That's what it is. I'm a real boy. We're taking them to Treasure Island. That's one of my favorite Joe Rogan, Jim Brewer podcast specials. However, I mean, now you have that. Where are these Leos with all of this money that went up against the light being because they didn't believe, and now they're having sleepless nights and horrible situations and rethinking their lives, and celebrity status is crumbling, and da-da-da-da-da-da. They're changing alliances. I wonder why. You think they're getting karma? You think Pisces ancestors is changing their game? That's what it is. You got to keep in mind, if I have spent my entire life as a paranormal INFJ, I couldn't talk about the shit that you hear, the knocks that go on around me. Cool, that shit led me to angelic Reiki. Now you have tarot readers talking about Leo rising to the Most High Saturn is protecting the solar angels. You think that's a fire and water sign, angelic Reiki master? Tell me more, Miss Tarot Reader. I'm having so much fun with this shit. It's what it is. Is it going to put Pisces in a state of stepping back? Yes. The minute someone knows that you're a human lie detector, they walk on eggshells because they're a lying piece of shit. What do you do? What do you do? That's what it is. Now they're all having to face that shit. Cool. What are they facing it with? Greg Abbott being called out in Trash Box, Texas from Chicago. The Department of Homeland Security unable to employ employees now because they're all stuck in a draconian control matrix that was designed for you to fail. The best slaves on the planet are the ones who think they are free. Now you're having the fall of the draconian control matrix with tarot readers talking about the freeing of 100 million slaves. I wonder where the hell those are at. You think they were in a country where they got duped into thinking they was free in a system that's failing at an alarming rate? That's what it is. The greatest time in the world to be alive. We're moving into the golden age. Right? What is the problem? Everyone that tried to swap destinies with the fucking golden Pisces sun. Right? I'm calling my energy back. Cool. It's got to come from somewhere. They harvested the energy off of the Pisces. Cool. I'm pulling the rug out from under them. It's my energy. Can't do anything about that. Everyone is all in a state of regret now. Yeah, fucking, and are doing everything possible to make it someone else's fault instead of their own. That's what it is. Thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. Everyone is getting exactly what they deserve. They're exactly where they're supposed to be. They created their own reality. Just like everyone else. Just like everyone else. That's what it is. Right? What is the problem that we have now? I would assume that due to karma and us being able to remove karma, we can't get in the way of their karma. They're getting karma because of the Pisces sun? Yeah, sounds that way. You have to stay out of their energy and let them receive their karmic lessons? Yep, sounds that way. That's what it is. These girls told them before Halloween that they were going to be forced to heal themselves and generate their own energy. It was all fun and games, and then death got brought into the cards. Okay, cool. Once that domino effect kicks in, chances are there's just going to be more. It's a domino effect. 1 unalive, 2 unalive, 3 unalive. It's a domino effect. Blah, 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 blah. While Pisces is over here protected. The morning star energy. What is the morning star? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's happening to you. Is that what you did to yourself? Is what you wanted for another now happening to you? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's what it is. So you got to think. You got to think about that. They tried to use metaphysical means so there wouldn't be any physical evidence. Cool. Now, what is Pisces' challenge? We have to sit back and live in our love, our light, and our truth as tenfold unalive magic backfires on these people, knocking planes out of the sky, taking the water out of New Mexico. It's magic. Who knows? It's not my karma. It's bouncing off me and my diamond white crystalline aura right back onto them. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. That's what it is. Oh my God, he's the reason for all this? No. The people that wanted the destiny swappers, they're the ones responsible for all of this and took all of you with them. Imagine that. Fucking, if you'd have done the opposite of what you did, you'd have got the opposite results of what you have. That's what it is. That's what it is. And I mean, people are starting to see it Pisces way. Well, yeah, how long? I've been living in this illusion my entire fucking life. Witchcraft and magic and bullshit. Cool, now we're breaking these generational curses and hexes that were placed on the family, and it's going back on those that were responsible? Yes, it sure is. It was okay when they were doing it to you, but now that it's going back on them, oh God, no! Fucking, it's what it is. Eat that shit with a silver spoon. Namaste.